This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Here to the Harry Lemley Bayshore Community Center, the U13 final of the Heritage Classic Tournament is here at the Bayshore. The Orangeville Northmen take on the London Blue Devils in this U13 final. Hello everyone, I'm Spencer Byers. Alongside me is Steve McCarthy, who is getting himself ready with some rosters for the other games going on today. 5 finals today in the Heritage Classic Tournament, U9, 11, 13, 15, and 17. We've already finished the first 2, so the U13 game is about to get underway between London and Orangeville. And here we go. London lost the U11 final. They're looking to get their first gold medal of the weekend, while the Northmen are in their first and only final, so hope to be 1 for 1 on the weekend. As the Northmen now have possession off of the face-off, that ball bounced away as Kozart goes to retrieve it. That ball bounced behind and is retrieved there by London. As London now fighting forward, Kozart swinging around and it played up for Peters. Peters, nice reception. Peters making a run for it, passes it down, London shot. That's a good save there by the Northmen. Northmen just fire it forward, now here they come. That was Mason Smith now with possession. Smith plays it over. And now around for the Northmen. That shot put right on target and easily steered away. London now back with possession. Ryan takes a bump, trying to make the way around, does make a break for it. Ryan going to fire, passes it off. That shot just wide of the net. Chambers. That ball got played down and just missed the intended target. London's going to have to go and retrieve it as the shot clock's going to go, so it'll be in favor of the Northmen. Shot clock is in effect for this U13 final. As Kavanaugh is now down behind the net. Kavanaugh fires, that's a good save there by the London netminder. That ball bouncing, and kept there by London in the restricted area. That ball whacked away as he exited. He's just trying to get up and away, Bull London, and there they will go. Latanzino there had possession, now Doan passes it off. Now down goes London. That shot right off the crossbar. Just could not get that one under the bar. Was Jeffries, and now London will have possession with a free shot clock. Doan. Back for Jeffries. Jeffries for Ryan, or for Dew, pardon me. Dew. Takes the bump, trying to get around. Dew gets the screen. Dew fire. That's a good leg save by the Northmen. There's no way they're going to come. There's O'Shea there. Passed it off. That shot deflected by O'Shea and will go scooting into the corner. And now this is going to go, and it's a possession change back in favor of London. Doan. Play forward for Lowe. Lowe's going to make it around 1. Lowe's going to try to go around 2. That shot scores! And London get themselves on the board as Benjamin Lowe will get the marker. London strike first here in the U13 final. We'll mention it is 3 15-minute periods, straight run time until the last 3 minutes of the third if they're within 5 goals. 5 goals is the mercy. And now the Northmen will try to answer straight back. That ball stolen away. Kozart. Now you actually should refix that. Coltart. Coltart now around. Round 1, around 2. Coltart's got Peters. He gives it down. Peters just, I believe, wide. Coltart, though, caught it. Takes a couple of bumps. And they're going to call the illegal screen there against Ryan, and the possession will go the other way. And now up's going to come the gray shirts. Try to make their way around goes George. Now the Northmen played across the top. Now he gets that ball fired on net, and it's saved there by Kyan Durocher. I will be honest, I've been waiting to say that Blue Devils netminder's name because it is very French, and I am very not. As the 5-second call's made again, we've seen that already this finals day. That's the second time we've seen a 5-second violation. You must exit the restricted area in 5 seconds, or it is a possession change in favor of the other side. Now the Northmen trying to get around the top, couple of bumps, still trying to find their way through. Around the net, they're gonna go about 10 seconds off from the shot clock. That's Jack Perry. Perry gives it off. Still looking for the option there is Keegan. And now it's gonna be a whistle.
Looks like a London penalty coming here.
And it is going, it looks to be against Lawson Baker. And it will be a power play to the Northmen, who still need to find their tying marker. As now a chance here for the Northmen. Pass across the top, the gray shirts. Not really pressuring London yet here on the power play. Now a little bit of pressure there from Jeffries. Played across. Looking to fire now. That ball stolen immediately away, and now away might go London. And here they come. Doan gets the pass. Doan went to fire. That ball got whacked away. Not trapped, though, in the net. And I should also mention, as we've seen with the lower age groups, the lower age groups use the NLL-style net, the very small net. Now with the U13 levels, the first time we get to see the big nets in effect. Which makes sense because the little kids really can't use those big nets. They're a little too wide there for the 5-hole. As now the Northmen trying to get back here on the power play. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. They're probably just gonna have to fire her from range. Pass it across the top. That low shot skips by, and it will be a possession change back in favor of London. Doan retrieves it with a quick little flick of the wrist, and he'll make the run. Doan trying to get through, spinning. Doan maybe able to fire. Doan, good save there. That shot again, good save by the Northmen. Behind the net now are London on the PK, passed up to Lowe. Lowe fires, that ball is low. And now away should come the Northmen. Looking for a pass, plays it into the middle now. Mackay George just couldn't retrieve it, now does. And George is gonna get forced, and that's gonna be a minor going against London, I assume for boarding, but it also could be a check from behind. I know, Steve, you're a big advocate for the lack of checking from behind calls made at almost every level, because it is a check from behind. If the numbers are facing you and you put them into anything, it is a check from behind.
Yeah, sometimes it seems to go, because it's a 4-minute minor, it tends to get reduced to an illegal cross-check and sometimes nothing. But nonetheless, got an illegal cross-check here. And because
of that, it's now back to 5-on-4 in favor of the Northmen. The first penalty has now expired, as George thought about firing, thought he had less than the shot clock than he does. No, George will now just fire. It skips wide, and that will just stay in play as fished around there by London, but it will be London's possession now with the shot clock violation in effect. Peters now for the Blue Devils. 6 minutes left here in this first frame. On the PK for the second time in a row. Michelle plays it back there for Peters. Blocks that pass, trying to make its way down. One of the other penalty killers. Now another chance here for London as they have about 5 seconds left here on the PK, or on the shot clock. And that shot on target and should be a reset, and it's not. Apparently, did not touch the netminder.
Well, because the shot was initiated below the goal line, even though it's on goal, it does not count for a shot on goal with respect to the 30-second clock.
And there's another whistle. I think the player got maybe released early. Well, actually looks like another minor going against London. So a 5-on-3 here for about 20 seconds. Bushel will be the one serving the minor. Thought about firing it. The Northmen are basically doing that 4-on-3 with the extra player in the basically neutral zone, but now that penalty will release and it should be just back to 5-on-4. That pass across, that shot, good save there by DeRoche. As now Lennon will retrieve it. The Norsemen have had basically 6 straight minutes of power play and just have not been able to capitalize. That whistle's going to go, and it's going to be going the other way. I assume he stepped in the crease. As now the Northmen will make their way back up the floor again. Perry gives it off to Menard. Menard fires it, that ball right into the wickets there of DeRoche, and it will be an easy save in the end. London will now fly up the floor, and away they're gonna go. Dew now, making a chance on target. Dew fires just wide. Looked like they had beat the Northman netminder though. Not sure if they ever saw it. Now the Northman back in transition the other way. Fired across, just misses the intended target. As Dew will pick up the loose ball though. And that will most likely be the rest of the minor.
They've been a little sloppy here on the man up, really not taking the time to set up and run a little play.
Ryan now around the defender. Ryan with a free run shot, that ball off the bar. London even a player down, look, poised to score. Coulthard. Coulthard makes a spin, Coulthard fires, score! Henry Coulthard. I'm not sure if that's a shorty, but it's darn close as London makes it a 2-0 lead.
No, the penalty had released, but just an outstanding effort coming around the net and then stopping up and getting under both defenders underneath, and then was able to reach around and deposit a little short side shot. Just great individual effort. And as a defender, you just can't let them get underneath you here. And you see 14, nice little pivot.
Another way, Orangeville is able to get their first marker of the game.
Oh, that's a way to answer right back, and that's an important goal for Orangeville at this point in the game to get back within one, and lots of time remaining.
I believe that is one of the unlisted players here on the Orangeville side. Wearing number 18, no wait, I just saw it. I did just see 18. The numbers are not in numerical order, so my poor eyes are having a real problem here as Orangeville come back down the other way quickly. Trying to get that another tying marker as 2 players go down there as London has a chance to break the other way. It is a breakaway, and London, great save there by the Northmen. As now Baker. Coltart. Gives it off to Ryan. Ryan fakes the fire. Couldn't get it away as he got stick checked. And I will mention Colton, I believe that is Gower, got the marker for the Northmen. As we're in the last minute here of this first frame. As the U13 final, 2-1. Orangeville trying to find a tying marker after getting that first goal just moments ago. That shot fired. Good save there by DeRoche. The Northmen able to pick up the rebound. Pass across the top. Looking to fire, they will. It goes wide, and they retrieve the rebound, though. Nice move, fires. That ball is saved by DeRoche. The rebound fired wide. 20 seconds left here in this first frame. The Northmen trying to inch their way back in this one, trying to tie it here before the first period closes, but it looks like it will, as London will get the last chance. Doan gives it off, nice bump, trying to fight through that shot right into the wickets. That's a good save on Jeffries, and it is caught and covered by the Northman netminder, and that will be the end of the first. As it is a 2-1 lead in favor of the London Blue Devils. Now that I can see a full number, I can officially say it is Pierce Bourdanier, I'll pronounce that, is in net for the Northmen. Definitely a action-packed first between the Blue Devils and the Northmen. As you see there on your screen, the standings of this division. 4-0 were London in round robin play, while the Orangeville Northmen number 2 team were 3-1. Their only loss coming to the Blue Devils 5-3. As you see there in how London got here, they were 5-3 win over Orangeville, and you see the rest of those games, they basically destroyed everybody else. While the Northmen, their way here a little more turbulent. Unlike their opponent, they lost to London, and there was a 3-2 win over Owen Sound and a 4-2 win over West Gray. West Gray and Owen Sound tying, by the way, in their game, which is why they're not here, as a tied for second place. The Northmen, though, did destroy the poor Lincoln Redcoats, 12-1 in their last game of round robin play. As games have been played all over the community to try to get this tournament finished in just one weekend during the Father's Day weekend here. As these two teams do not seem eager to come out of this intermission early. We've seen that as this championship day has gone on, that some of these teams have come out pretty early of the intermissions. Luckily, the Northmen now will come out of that intermission a little early. As I know, Steve, when you played, they were not called U9, 11, 13, 15, 17. They were called, I'll say, midget, bantam, peewee.
Novice type, paperweight.
Which paperweight actually still stayed. They still called the paperweight division.
Yeah, I guess that was no way can be considered anything else but a small weighted object.
But I will mention, Steve, again, you are the MSL GM for our Senior A team. Obviously, you commentate the Junior B and the Senior Bs as well, so you are stuck in all the lacrosse action going on here at the Bayshore and across Owen Sound. And, you know, it's nice to be able to host a tournament like this where we get to see some other communities have some, you know, very good teams. Like here today, we've seen the first two finals already, the U9 and U11s, both going in favor of Owen Sound. They're not in this final or the U15 final. We won't get to see another North Stars team tell the U17 final, which doesn't surprise me, as they were the provincial champs last year, were the U17 team, and they've still got some potent options from last year's team, including a young man who plays for the Junior B teams regularly in Everest Sloan Wickets.
Yeah, no doubt. He's an extremely skilled player, even at the Junior B level at 16 years of age, and He's certainly a centerpiece of the offense for the Owensound U17s, but they got some other skilled guys too, so I'm really looking forward to seeing that finale game today.
And now the Northmen and London will get themselves ready for the second period of play. We'll also mention that I work at the West Side Tim Hortons in Owensound, across the street from OSDSS, and I see regularly some of the Junior B guys come into my store to grab some lunch. And I usually try to keep it to myself that I don't recognize them, but when Jonah Kerr, Junior B player, played for the Senior Bs and was very good for the Senior Bs, I had a chance to tell him that I thought he did really well, as we'll do a redraw. Clock hasn't even started yet. There's a minor going against London already. No, there's a double minor going against both teams. So redraw, and it'll go London's way here on the 4-on-4 to start the second period. Rather peculiar start to that second period. That ball passed down, London scored! Quickly, London extends their lead to 2.
Yeah, that was an extremely delicate pass. He found the seam, and it was fairly well defended, although again, as a defender, you don't want to let them leak in behind you, and he did so, and nice catch and shoot, and nice way for the London to start this period, and I'm sure Owensound will be hungry to sort of turn this one back.
I believe that was Jackson Dew there with the marker for London. Again, they basically went from that goal to right back on the floor as Dew will now retrieve possession again. He's got Jeffries with him, who assisted the last goal. And actually, pardon me, it looks to be not going Dew's way. Is now back in, Doan shot, that ball is saved. Messer Doan is the one with the marker there, as London's now up 3-1. That shot by Dew, good save. As the Northmen will now just fire that one into the scoreboard, so it'll be London's possession inside the Northmen end. The Northmen really struggling to start off this second period, pardon me. Coltart gives it off. Trying to make the bump around there as Lowe. We'll fire that one right in front. Peters scores! James Peters makes it 4-1. As London continue the onslaught, and they've kind of been waiting, I'd say, for this, as the Northmen have definitely been the B side in this game, and the Blue Devils had a hot start to this second period. It is now 4-1. As Peters gives it off. Now Lowe with possession. Lowe makes a move. Lowe takes a couple bumps. Lowe shot, and it's a good save. It's not very fair, Benjamin, for taking a Lowe shot with your last name being Lowe.
And Orangeville is having a little trouble maintaining ball control here, and London's right back at it.
Peters rushing up the floor, pass through. That ball got deflected and ends up going wide as the Northmen will tip it into the corner. Ball still loose now on the floor. Everybody fighting for it. Nobody can gain possession just yet, as Coltart will now retrieve it. Coltart gets the fresh 30. Nice move around, passes it up for Lowe. Lowe gets the screen. Lowe, nice move, Lowe in, shot, that's a good save. Ball skipped by. And that's gonna be a possession change back in favor of London, as that ball was still loose. Coltart. Coltart waiting for the screen. Doesn't really end up getting one, but a nice pass into the roller there as that ball ends up getting rolled back to Coltart. Nice shot, but he does step in. I thought he did a really good job there to not step in as he went to fire, but ends up touching the white line. Now the Northmen flying up the other way. Nice spin there. That shot, a pass right across. That shot, nice save there by DeRochier. Baker now. fires it forward. Has played back. Takes the bump. Ryan got to fire here with seconds left. That will be easily saved there. That ball passed down. George will fend his way back. That shot, nice save there by DeRoche.
Great job changing hands, take that shot.
And now Baker's gonna go the other way. Baker passes it, that one's immediately stolen away. I will say, Steve, that's kind of the advantage of lacrosse versus hockey. Hockey, you have a right or left-handed stick. In lacrosse, the stick doesn't really matter if it's in your left or right hand, so you can fire it either way regardless.
Yeah, and so many of these players have had experience playing field lacrosse at this age and even younger now, and it's obviously a very important skill to be able to use both hands in midfield and attack positions.
That's a great save there by the Northman as Doan tried to go over, and you saw the kind of puff out the chest like a bullfrog.
Oh, now there would be a trip if there ever was one called today, and yes, it did get called.
And Doan's not happy about it, but you said kind of an obvious call there.
Yeah, I mean, he used his upper body to force the player over his extended leg, and it was a pretty crafty play, but the referee had great position to call that one.
And you could argue, Steve, you know, again, I wouldn't argue this, but in hockey, that'd be a slew foot.
That was very, he didn't drag the foot, more or less force the player over the extended leg, but yeah, it was certainly very reminiscent of a slew foot in hockey without dragging the leg through.
And in fairness, the vicious intent of a slew foot.
Yep.
As that shot low right into the chest there, and not sure where that ball ends up, but it ends up not in the net there as Rocher makes the save as it's somehow stuck in the padding. Well mentioned, as you said, there's some obviously some field lacrosse experience. I believe, again, in the net there for the London Blue Devils is wearing a field lacrosse mask.
Yeah. Now, a number of goalies do prefer that way, but yeah, there's certainly many also wear the hockey mask.
That shot scores, and that's due with the Rocket, and he'll get his first.
And again, that's a tough one for the Northman squad, being on the power play and giving up another goal. But they just haven't been able to settle in on offense at all today, whether it be 5-on-5 or 5-on-4 situations. And
now we're about one goal away from London forcing this to a non-stop time situation in that third period when we get there. So the Northmen are going to have to find a way to stop the bleeding and get themselves a couple of markers here in this second period. And again, on the power play, they've really struggled. They've had 4, and they haven't been able to capitalize on 1 yet. As Mackay George now with possession. Mackay George walking into that one, thought about firing it, ends up thinking better and gives it off. Passed off, that shot goes wide of the net, and London retrieves it. London will make their way now up the floor right in front of us as they make their way down. Passed across, just through the stick there of the recipient. And now back comes George. As the Northmen, again, just trying to find a way here as Mackay George can't get that one away. Doan fighting for it, now it comes away, and the Blue Devils, who are back to 5-on-5 away, come Baker for the breakaway. Baker! Good save there by the Northmen. Ball still loose, however, but now retrieved there by the Gray Shirts. I gotta be honest, with a name the Northmen, as that ball is errantly passed by the Northmen, sick name, nice jersey, why do they gotta go gray and black? Why do they do the two boringest colors on the color scale palette? I feel like you could have done a little more than gray and black. As nice move there by London, that shot, good save there is a met. Was the Blue Devil as he fired that one away. Wide open again is the Blue Devil. That shot just goes wide. A couple good opportunities there for Stefanik. Wyatt Stefanik just could not capitalize. That ball will skip into the bench and go in favor of Orangeville with about 6 minutes left here in this second frame.
That ball passed over. Ball's kind of skipping away with 24 left in the shot clock. Lots of jousting going on around the floor. Expect that to continue as this championship day goes on. That shot goes wide, and now away is going to come London.
Yeah, they're going to have a breakaway here, transition opportunity.
Ryan again in. That shot, good save there, and they got it, but it in the restricted area. Didn't let it bounce out. You have to let that ball bounce out of the what should be orange paint, but rather not orange anymore.
I think what the referee called there was after his shot, he did step in the crease. Once you've stepped in there, you're not eligible to pick up that next pass or a loose ball. One of your teammates has to first get possession. So good effort, but just stepped in after his shot.
That ball just ends up going wide for the Northmen. 7 seconds left from the shot clock. They're going to have to fire here soon, but not really an option to fire. They now do, and that's, again, you mentioned the good switch hand there. That's a great shot by the Northmen, just not able to beat DeRoche. That's Logan Menard, the one switching hands there. Low. Passes it down as London look to add to their lead. Coulthard, who's got one, passes it forward. That shot, nice save there. Ball bounces nice and high. It's received. That shot by Peters, good save. And an in and out call against the Northmen will give the ball back to London. Ball right behind the net. Coulthard. Looking for Lowe, doesn't get the roll he wants, as there now going to be a call going against Peters and the Blue Devils.
Yeah, and the Northmen just a little sloppy today in transition, not able to move that ball up quickly into the offensive zone and never really get set.
We'll mention that London beat this team 5-3 in the game in this game of the round robin. It's now 5-1, so London already is tied their goal tally in their first meeting. So again, we've seen this twice now today in finals where those two teams had met before. That the team that won it, was winning and won it by a lot wider margin. So maybe again that feeling out process just not needed if you've played a team already in the round robin versus a game where you haven't seen that team yet this tournament. Orangeville making their way around. That bounce shot goes wide. Played off top. Thorpe gonna have to fire, it looks like from a wide range. As they actually don't get the shot away, period. That ball bounces all the way around and London retrieves it. Nice move, and now away will come the Blue Devils. Pass forward to Ryan, and now here they come. Ryan plays it over, that ball bounced. Ryan now trying to make its way around. Ryan, nice move, couldn't fire though, because as you said, being able to switch hands is a valuable skill, and Ryan just couldn't get that shot away. The lefty couldn't get around on the right side. Passed into the middle to a white shirt in the end, as now Baker tries to make his way away, but immediately stolen back there by the gray shirt with about 2 minutes left in this second period. Ferguson. Plays it down, trying to get it to George. It got blocked before it ever got to Mackay George, and now away's going to come the white shirts. Just trying to get back possession, just really couldn't there, and now they do. Back in the middle, Jeffrey scores, and London makes it 6-1.
Yeah, just another transition goal off a turnover, and London's been very adept at breaking up a lot of the offensive transition for Owen Sound or Orangeville, and then catching the Northman off guard with guys leaking in behind, and again, a really good executed pass here, and took his time and made a nice shot on the goaltender to score.
And Jeffries won that face-off, tried to get it straight up to Dome, but missed. We are now at the mercy rule of 5 or more, so not only will those goals not go up on the scoreboard, it also will mean that when we get to the third period in the last 3 minutes, it will be run time, just like the rest of the game, but the Northmen look to try to change that. And they have another rush. That shot doesn't end up getting on target. Good defense there from the white shirts. As Bushell now will make his way up the floor. Pass forward for Doan, goes right through the stick and will scoot all the way down. Trying to get a hold of it here, and the seconds will elapse. London does get possession. The shot clock continues to roll, though. Passed up top, just received down. 10 seconds left. Make that 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Lowe trying to make it a way around. Gonna have to fire here from a mile away. Will, and that will go wide. .20 seconds left now here in this second period. The Northmen will make their way out for maybe the last attempt of the period. That pass across, sent down. There's nothing there, as that will most likely be the period. London couldn't get that ball pushed high enough ahead, as that is the second period. 6-1 in favor of London. As down is an Orangeville player right as the buzzer goes. I'm not sure exactly what happened there, Steve, but that's right against the boards, right in front of us.
Yeah, I couldn't see that on the initial play, and he's up, banging his stick, and
that's Bennett Kirk there, the one grabbing at the muzzle. Yeah, he's unhappy with, not sure exactly what happened there, but not happy regardless.
Oh, he got clipped on the back of the cap with the stick coming around, and
I also could have just been the fall, Steve, because he kind of twisted and tumbled there.
Yeah.
I also love what Orangeville's doing with their netminder here. DeRoche is kind of hanging out with the bench. You've got the Northman netminder there, just sitting on the bench with a fan right on him, making sure that they keep the goalies nice and cool, because today is a hot day, I believe 30 degrees all week, so that's Celsius, might I add, not Fahrenheit, thank goodness.
Yeah, and he's had a pretty heavy workload so far. London's really, really peppered him with shots.
I think they may be looking at our cameras there too, as DeRocher is looking at it with one of the coaches, which you got to appreciate. Again, I love doing tournaments like this because you get to show off the talent of some of these young men and women. I also get to show, especially with Owen Sound's representation here in 3 of the finals, you get to see Owen Sound's skill as they get to graduate to the to the Junior B and eventually even the Senior B and maybe even the Senior A MSL level, which is, again, very nice to see. It's kind of fun to be able to talk about some guys that I've done before at the Father's Day tournament make their way to the Junior B division. One that always stuck in my mind was the netminder for Wallaceburg in Waukegan-Shognosh, who played at this tournament at one point for Wallaceburg and has now made his way to the Junior B team and is the starting netminder for Wallaceburg at the Junior B level. So, you know, again, it always starts somewhere, and it's nice to be able to highlight that here on Rogers TV. As I believe Steve's looking at a MSL email, so I'll let him.
Yeah, sorry about that. Just got distracted there for a sec, and we'll carry on from there then.
As again, Steve, you're one busy guy commentating all the lacrosse going on here in Owen Sound, as well as obviously managing your team that, as they keep asking you, is young and has a chance to, you know, play here at the Bayshore for the first time since the mid-90s.
Yeah, and yeah, you know, although we've taken our lumps so far, been in every game we played. At some point in time, had a tough start in Oakville. Our last game got down 10-3, but got back to 12-8, scored, make it 12-9. It was disallowed, and Oakville came down and scored to begin the third period, a man down against our power play, and kind of coasted to a 19-13 win. So anyways, but we've had great effort from our young players, and again, I think we've had 18 players that have dressed this season that have played in their first MSL game. And really only having 2 or 3 guys with any kind of substantial MSL experience before this season, and 3 rostered NLL players. So a couple rookie goaltenders, and we got nowhere to go but up, but we're certainly using this season as a great tool for evaluation, and hopefully in not the distant future we'll be a real competitive team in the loop.
Face-off is won by London, but a violation will go right against them, so immediately back possession to the Northmen, who need to find a way here to get some shots by DeRocha, who has been fantastic in net for the White Shirts. That pass in front, that ball just wide. Had a space, I thought there, Steve. A little bit over there for DeRocha.
Yeah, again, he was just a left-handed shooter, got on the wrong side of the floor, so had a tough angle, but came back across his body, really made a good effort.
And now Peters stepped in the crease there as he got kind of forced in by a couple different Gray Shirts, and he wanted a high stick there as he got sent down by 2 different Gray Shirts as slow off the floor go a Northman, and that's Brody Kavanaugh. Again, you're going to see the physicality ramp up through the games. We've already seen the younger kids go with the U9s and 11s. We're now at the U13, so grade 7 and 8s. I guess I should say 6 7s and maybe some 8s, depending on where birthdays fall, as that shot's a good save by DeRocha. That ball bouncing and does not end up going back on target.
And London's did a great job of corralling rebounds and loose balls and not allowing Orangeville to get those second opportunities on the offense.
That ball retrieved after almost handcuffed the recipient. As now down the floor go the White Shirts. Passed across the top, Doan. Giving back to Doan there in the middle. Got handcuffed though by 2 different Gray Shirts and never had a chance to fire. Back out for Jeffries, gonna have to fire, but doesn't. And again, I heard the late shoot from the bench because they saw the shot clock. Jeffries didn't, and ends up leaving that chance by the wayside. And again, Orangeville come down the floor. They have really struggled on the offensive side of the floor.
Yeah, and they're going with 4 lefts on the offensive set this time.
That shot right into the shoulder there. That's a good save by Kai DeRocha. As Doan couldn't retrieve that one. The Northman may be able to get that one. They do not, as Doan's able to fish it back for Jeffries. This time to Lowe, and they will get away. Lowe fires it over for some trailers who come now onto the floor. Lowe. Coltart now. Back down low to a wide open player. That shot, great save there.
Real nice move again. He was kind of naked down there on the crease, nobody on him, but tried to go short side, and the goaltender made a great save.
That ball being fished around by both sides. Not sure, I'm pretty sure both teams have had possession of it, so now London will have a fresh shot clock if they get possession. They will not just yet, but now Whistle's gonna go. And I assume a minor here is Coltart's gonna go say some things there, and again, you know, these are U13 kids. These are not high schoolers just yet. They're almost there, but, you know, there is some intensity between these two sides. You saw there, Coltart was definitely giving some lip service there down at floor level.
Yeah, not sure why he was upset to the point where he had to chirp the referee. And I think they made the wrong call on possession here. The second penalty was to the white team. And
ironically, it's Benjamin Lowe going for the minor. It is not Coltart, which is surprising. As now London will come the other way. Doan. Plays it down into the corner. Played back now into the front. Doan, that shot! I thought it went in, but it actually was saved, and now possession will go the other way.
Call again, called back in on the defender picking up the ball and passing through the crease on the trying to get into the corner to free up some space.
Trying to get back around. That shot, good save there. And again, some complaining from the White Shirts there. They keep thinking they're getting hit a little too up high.
I'm not quite sure what happened with the penalty time clock.
One penalty started a little high. One penalty started a little higher than the other, so they're a little off. I hope they will release at the same time as that ball bounces around and never goes in. It was dancing in the feet there of the netminder and just never ended up finding its way across that white line.
I think, yeah. So I would think that both penalties will release, and it should be at the 1 minute mark. The penalty shouldn't go up until the players are actually in the box, but
Bushell now. Bushell, that shot, red save there by the Northman. The Northmen again just getting pressured and just cannot seem to really move the ball effectively against this potent London defense. Into the middle again, whacked away there Jeffries. That ball bounced into the restricted area and be picked up by Dew. Both players, I think, will release now, or they're gonna wait. No, Low, yep, they're both gonna release now, I thought so.
Yeah.
Low. Now actually back for Low, it was Dew to Low. Going off for a change here are London, surprisingly during an offensive possession, as now only have 8 seconds now to work. Kocher puts that one right on target, and it will be retrieved there by Peters. A little lackadaisical there by the Northmen. Pass in the middle, though, that ball goes wayward and should be retrieved, and it will be retrieved there by the Gray Shirts.
Again, just a little sloppy and transitional. They've got it back.
Now it's basically 3-on-1. Surprised he stopped up because he didn't have the second hand on his stick, as Peters will send him down. Cowan again tries to pass it off after some pressure and gave it away, and now Ryan flying up the floor again. Will turn to a breakaway because Ryan's gonna get away. Ryan scores! And London make it 7-1.
Yeah, another transition opportunity made good on by London. It's just been a tough afternoon for the Northmen, sometimes clearing the ball and getting an offensive set organized. So again, a nice little move here by Ryan, brings the goalie across. Top corner.
That face-off won there by the Northmen in the end. Almost halfway through this third, potentially final period, 7-1 in favor of London. That shot, good toe save there by DeRocher.
Yeah, DeRocher's made some big saves when forced upon. He hasn't had nearly the action that the Orangeville goaltender has, but he's been real steady in net.
You also gotta love the way he's kind of moving around there. With the big stick, obviously, this is the first age group we've seen with the big Woody, as you would say, and you know it's kind of nice to see him be able to kind of use it to the full advantage. That's a trip going against, I think, the Northmen, and it is.
Yeah, got a little tangled up again in defensive transition, and London player went for a tumble, and the Orangeville will go for a 2-minute tripping call. We've seen a ton of tripping calls today. Generally, you don't see a lot of tripping at the older age groups and into the junior and senior lacrosse, but a lot of stick check attempts here, clip the back of the heels, and send the players sliding down the floor.
And now you're just waiting for the beginning whistle here, as Low will start with it for London in this U13 final of the Heritage Classic Tournament. Now, I gotta be honest, I'm not sure why the board says 6-2. It is 7-1, for sure. Not our board, but the board here in the building. I'm rather perplexed. I know the Northmen have not scored a second goal yet. Somehow they didn't on that ball that was bouncing in the crease. That shot by Jeffries goes wide. Low.
And London attempting to run a little pick at the top to open up the shooter, and nice play, got a good outside shot, but
as London again pick off the transition pass by the Northmen, who again in transition have really struggled moving that ball forward, Steve, is now Low. We'll get that screen. Jeffrey shot, good glove save there by the Northmen, and that possession call will go in favor of the Gray Shirts. Is Gordonay with the save. As London just trying to get away here, and they just will, I think. Now played forward though, wide open was Low, but just couldn't catch it.
Tough break there for London. They had 2-on-0 developing there, but couldn't quite accept the pass.
That ball fired forward there for London. Played for Cole Tard, who will make his way back up the floor with the fresh 30. Low. London looked to claim their first gold medal of the weekend. Low. Doan. Looking to fire that one just wide. Give it up now to Low. Low gonna fire again. And that ball will just skip by, and now will be a possession call going the other way as the penalty expires, Steve. So a chance here for the Northmen to get 5-on-5 and get possession.
Yeah, they'd certainly like to chalk a couple more here up on the board.
Past the top, that shot, good save there by DeRoche, who was able to cover it up there right as the ball was looking to squirm out. And I hear the coaches there for London yelling at him to kind of slow down. You don't really need to, you don't need it anymore. You can slow down and just kind of coast to a medal win here at the Heritage Classic Tournament as Mackay Georgian has take that one away. It's now whacked down the floor as Ryan looks to win the foot race. And Ryan will win the foot race as George there with a good whack it, and that ball jarred free. But a possession change back in favor of Orangeville. Looking for the screen, that shot scores! Orangeville finally back on the board, make it 7-2.
Yeah. Nicely placed shot. I mean, the London goaltenders handled those all day today, but this one just finds a way to squeak in.
Possession now back to London. Jeffries immediately takes it off the faceoff. Jeffries, who won the faceoff, back in. Jeffries, good save there, but he stepped in. As now away will come the Northmen. As the Northmen try to make their way around, that shot wide.
Yeah, the goalie got a piece of that one, so it'll go back to Orangeville ball.
As who's got the ball? The Northmen got the ball, now the whistle will go. That shot low, goes wide of the cage, now caught by Bichelle, and Bichelle will go the other way. Played across, Doan waiting, Doan rocking, Doan fires. Good save there by the Northmen. Doan there to trying to find a hole because, again, they've gone high a lot, haven't been able to really find one. Played across for Coltart. Coltart trying to, again, find an opening here for London. Played across the top there for Lowe. That ball bounced wide. Lowe will be able to retrieve the rebound, fire it again. That one also goes wide. And now into the last about minute and a half in this game. London looked to capture their first gold medal of the weekend and only gold medal of the weekend. The Northmen just trying to fight their way through a litany of white shirts and just aren't able to get away, and now it's taken by Kocher, who will, again, kind of slow down because they know that the clock is in their favor. 5-3 was the final when these two teams met in their first matchup. 7-2 looks to be the final in the second one in favor of London both times. Ryan, nice move. Ryan gets it whacked out of his stick as the Northmen look to add to their two-goal tally. Quickly up the floor they come. That ball whacked away, and London will take it. As Dexter Keenan just couldn't get away. London now plays it forward to Ryan, and some jousting there at center floor, and some extra whacks, and Baker and one of the Northmen there going at it right in center floor. As Baker will go off for, I'll assume it's a retaliation call as well, as he gave an extra whack after getting slashed. That shot well wide there, and now the whistle will go for the slash. As Baker got one right in the quad. Or actually, pardon me, right in the hamstring. As you mentioned earlier, with the easiest tripping call you've ever seen, that may have been the easiest slashing call you've ever seen. There is Brody Kavanagh will sit for the last 26 seconds of this game. I assume Lowe will just hold it, and that looks to be the case, as the London Blue Devils will win the U13 gold medal 7-2
over the Orangeville Northmen. And that is it. As the sticks and gloves and helmets go flying, London capture their first gold medal. London will now get a chance to shake hands with their combatants and get their gold medals here at the Heritage Classic Tournament in memory of Tyson Downs. As London dominated, Steve, from start to finish.
Yeah, they were certainly full marks of the victory. Took advantage of a lot of transition opportunities, and Orangeville just didn't have the speed or skill really to defend those transition opportunities and turn them up the other way when they did get a big save from the goaltender.
Yeah, and again, Steve, with that, you know, it's also hard because you're dealing with, you know, young kids, and Father's Day weekend, you got to play for this division 5 games in 3 days. You know, it's a lot of effort, and obviously you can tell the Northmen maybe also had some tired legs coming into this final, and London looked like they had a full head of steam the entire game. Yeah, and London probably playing off the confidence of beating Orangeville earlier on in the tournament, so that's always a big factor going into a one-game final when you have a little bit of a recent track record to sort of hype your team up a little bit. And yeah, they were full marks. They played a good, solid game. Their goaltender made some saves when he had to, and yeah, again, they moved the ball to the open man at a far better rate than Orangeville was able to do. Well, and again, we're a little over halfway done the Heritage Classic Tournament day. We've done 3 finals of 5. We got the U15 and U17s later on tonight, and you know, great games we've seen so far. A couple big wins there for London and Owen Sound in the first game. It was a little bit closer in the U11 final, but it still fell in favor of Owen Sound. Again, they're back in action in the U17 final at the tail end of the day here at the Father's Day weekend tournament. And it's been, you know, a great day for lacrosse, I'd say, Steve. And again, with Owen Sound getting that MSL team that you're the GM of, I think it's growing even more here in Owen Sound, that it is becoming way more of a lacrosse community, even more than it already is. Yeah, I mean, hopefully we're around for years to come, and we see some of the young fellas out here get an opportunity 10, 12, 15 years down the road. And we already have with some of the U17 players that have made their way to Junior B, and some of those Junior B guys making their way to the Senior B and even Senior A level. But that'll be it here for us for this one. For Steve McCarthy, I'm Spencer Byers. Thank you so much for tuning in, and also like to thank the great Mark Perry producing all of the sports content here on Rogers TV as we'll get ready for some more finals of the Heritage Classic Tournament here on Rogers TV.
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.
Since I retired, I've been struggling with loneliness.